Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something I think, well, everyone feels how to not just manage time, but actually reclaim it, build a life that feels more full.
Exactly. And we're drawing from Victor Lund's work, How to Reclaim Your Time and Live a More Fulfilling Life. Think of this as cutting through the noise to get to the heart of shifting from just being busy
Honestly,
to living with, well, real intention.
because honestly, who hasn't felt that? Racing around, checking boxes, but still feeling like you're falling behind. It's like that treadmill feeling Lung writes about.
That exact feeling. You're putting in all this effort, working so hard, but you're not actually getting anywhere meaningful.
Yeah.
That's what he tackles directly.
Yeah.
So the big question we're exploring for you today is, fundamentally, how can you actually genuinely take back control of your time? How do you use it to build a life that feels, significant, energizing even?
Okay, let's unpack that. Long kicks things off by challenging a really common belief, right?
Yeah.
That success just means more work, longer hours, faster pace.
Right. The hustle culture idea.
Exactly. But he sort of flipped that. He says the real key isn't more, it's about being intentional with your time. What's the thinking there?
Well, the core idea is conscious choice. It's less about packing every second and more about deliberately deciding where your focus, your energy should go. And that naturally leads into this concept he calls buying back time.
Right, buying back time. I like that phrase. It's not magic, obviously. You can't create more hours in the day.
Yeah.
But it's about strategically getting rid of tasks or maybe handing them off. The stuff that just, sucks the life out of you. What kind of tasks are we talking about? Things people might not realize they can let go of.
Often they're the things that, well, aren't your strong suit, or things you just find incredibly tedious. Maybe it's admin stuff when you're really a creative person.
Or, household chores, maybe?
Yeah,
If what you really need is that quality time with family instead.
precisely. And Leung argues that freeing up even small pockets of time from those drains, it has this ripple effect, a really powerful one. People start to feel more alive, more connected.
I made it to work, family, themselves.
Yeah, all of it. He mentions people literally smiling more, sleeping better. Just an overall improvement at work and at home.
It almost sounds a little too simple, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doing less of the draining stuff actually makes everything better. How does that work day to day?
It helps break what Leung calls that survival mode cycle. We've all been there, right? Working crazy hours, 70 hours a week sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to juggle absolutely everything. And your own joy, your peace, that just disappears.
You're just trying to keep your head above water.
Exactly. So by consciously cutting out the unnecessary burdens, you shift. You go from just reacting to everything coming at you to proactively shaping your own days.
It's that feeling of needing to be everything for everyone, right?
Yeah.
And you end up dead last on your own priority list. And this is where Lung says something almost countercultural. He says, you actually don't have to do it all. It feels like a big mental hurdle for people.
It really is. There's often this sense of obligation, maybe, or a fear of letting people down if you say no or delegate.
Definitely.
But Leung really pushes us to see time differently, like a gold. It's precious, it's finite, you only have so much. So how are you investing it?
Are you just letting it kind of slip through your fingers on things that don't really give you anything back?
Yeah. Are you spending your gold on things that don't yield a good return? He suggests focusing where you get the biggest bang for your buck, so to speak. Your talents, things you genuinely love.
Things that matter.
Things that truly matter, like helping others, creating something new, caring for your family, maybe learning something.
So what kind of returns are we looking for here? Is it just about feeling good, or is there more to it?
Well, feeling good is part of it, sure. But it's also about making a real contribution, experiencing that satisfaction of creation, strengthening those important relationships, or just, growing as a person. The key is figuring out what those high return activities are for you.
Right, it's personal.
Very personal. And then prioritizing those.
And I like that he emphasizes this isn't just advice for, say, business owners with lots of resources.
No, absolutely not.
He makes it clear it applies to everyone. Students juggling classes and work, parents, teachers, people in regular 9-to-5 jobs too.
Yeah.
How does someone in a more, structured job apply this? Maybe they don't feel they can delegate much.
Even within that structure, there's usually some wiggle room for intentionality. It might be about how you manage your focus during the workday, protecting time for deep work, maybe negotiating certain tasks or deadlines where possible.
Or just being better at saying no sometimes. Politely, of course.
Exactly, or batching similar tasks. The core message, really, is just recognizing how valuable your time is, no matter your role, and not just giving it away to things that drain you unnecessarily.
And that ties into this other myth, doesn't it? That being constantly busy means you're important or worthy.
Oh, that's a big one.
Luong tackles that head on. He says you don't need to be overwhelmed to have value. It's the intentionality that matters.
So how does being intentional actually lead to being less busy, but maybe more impactful?
Intentionality brings focus. Simple as that. Instead of your energy being scattered everywhere, you direct it. Laser focus on what counts. And that usually means higher quality results, better relationships, a real sense of getting things done, even if you're technically doing fewer things.
Okay, so making it practical. If someone's listening right now and thinking, yes, I feel this, I want to start, what's a real concrete first step they could take? Like today.
Luong suggests something pretty straightforward, but quite powerful. Just take a look at your schedule, your calendar, your to-do list for the last week or maybe the week coming up.
And find just one thing, maybe two, something that consistently just drags you down, drains your energy, and ask, can I just stop doing this?
Eliminate it.
Or can I delegate it, hand it off to someone else, or maybe just decline it the next time it comes up?
That feels doable, not overhauling your whole life overnight, but just finding one small thing.
Exactly. And even freeing up, say, half an hour or an hour a week initially, that can have a surprisingly big impact, right?
What do you do with that reclaimed time?
You reinvest it. You put it into something that energizes you, something fulfilling. Maybe it's reading, maybe it's exercise, maybe it's just quiet time. And that creates this like positive loop. It makes it easier to spot the next draining task you can tackle.
So it compounds over time.
It really does. And that's the fundamental shift Luong talks about. Moving away from just surviving, just getting through the week.
Grinding it out.
To actually thriving, to actively building a life that, excites you, something you feel proud of, that feels aligned with who you are and what you care about.
And he stresses, it's not about waiting for permission, is it?
Not at all. You don't need your boss's okay or for circumstances to be perfect. It's a decision, a conscious choice you make to prioritize your time, your life.
It really comes down to that core idea Luong keeps returning to. Time is life, how we spend our minutes and hours. That's literally how we're living. It's quite profound when you think about it that way.
It is. So, wrapping up this deep dive into Victor Luong's ideas, the main takeaway is really this. It's not about the sheer quantity of work you push through. It's about the quality of the time you invest, pouring it into activities that genuinely resonate, that bring meaning to your life.
So maybe the question to leave everyone with is this. What's one small thing, one actionable step you can take this week? Starting now, maybe, to reclaim even a little bit of that time.
Yeah, just a small piece.
And consciously dedicate it to something that truly matters to you. Think about your own goal, your time, and ask yourself honestly, how are you choosing to spend it right now?